It's Platt, and it's Oktoberfest season. That's next to Platt's Beer of the Week. So the particular beer we have today is Oktoberfest. Comes to us from the fine folks at Firestone Walker. This is an annual release. They do this time of year. So this is the 2021 edition. Thematically pretty much the same each year, but they add a little twist every once in a while. This year they've aged in French oak. I believe they get the barrels from wineries in Napa Valley, so that's a little twist this year. We have reviewed beers from Firestone Walker before. I believe the Velvet Merkin, which is a barrel-aged oatmeal stout. For all you guys that like big malty beers, that is definitely one to check out. A little background in Firestone Walker. Firestone Walker was founded in 1996 by David Walker and Adam Firestone. Adam is the great-great-grandson of Harvey Firestone, the gentleman that founded the Firestone tire empire. And besides having that little advantage, Adam also had the advantage, or Adam and Dave also had the advantage of beginning the brewery at the Firestone family vineyards. So they were already kind of zoned. They already had certain licenses, the infrastructure to create alcoholic beverages. That being said, though, they still ran an excellent business. They weren't, just spoiled rich kids getting the business. They had an excellent business plan, created a well-ran brewery, that created some excellent beers, and quickly began getting notoriety. 2006, their pale ale was named Best Beer in America by the Men's Journal. That kind of mainstream pub you just can't pay for. Again, the awards and accolades started coming in. The World Beer Cup named them Best Mid-Sized Brewery 4 different times in 2004, 2006, 2010, and 2012. Now, like a lot of successful craft brewers that start winning awards and building and growing, Firestone Walker sold out, like a lot of them do. They ended up in 2015 selling out to Duvel Mertgat. Hopefully I said that right. It is a big brewing conglomerate based in Belgium. Now, it's not necessarily the size of like InBev, Molson Coors, Heineken, kind of that tier below. Duvel Mertgat's probably most known for Duvel, the golden Belgian ale. Excellent beer unto itself, probably one I need to review too. One of the things that sets Firestone Walker out or makes it kind of unique is they have a variation of something called the Burton Union fermentation system. Now, for all you home brewers out there, you might get the concept. It's a series of barrels that they ferment the beers in that when you brew beer at home and ferment, you'll have a lot of foam or kreuzen, and sometimes you'll blow it out your airlock or whatever. And after that's done, though, it creates a lot of head space in your fermenter, which could cause oxidization. They kind of connect these barrels to where the blow-off is more evenly distributed or whatever. It kind of avoids that oxidization. So something kind of technically cool they do at Firestone Walker. Real quick, let's review some of their other beers. First is the 805. I believe I might have done a video on that. That is their flagship beer. It's a blonde ale. It's become so popular that they kind of spun it off. It has its own website, kind of has its own marketing arm. Similar to what Arrogant Bastard and Stone Brewing have done with Arrogant Bastard, in that kind of same vein. Next is Mind Haze IPA, 7.2% ABV. This is part of a series of IPAs in the kind of the juicy style of IPAs that became kind of hip a couple years ago. The whole series is called Mind Haze, but this first Mind Haze is kind of the flagship. And now they have different flavors and varieties based off that, but the Mind Haze IPA. Next is something I've talked about with other breweries, and I'm glad to see them, all kind of getting on board on this concept. And even a brewery like Firestone Walker that has all the awards and accolades and creates all these really cool esoteric style beers, I'm glad to see they've come up with their own regular guy beer. They have a premium lager that's 4.5%. I just talked about this before. It's tough as a craft beer guy who has Miller Lite drinking friends to kind of take them anywhere and kind of introduce them to the concept. And I'm glad breweries are doing this stuff. Last but not least is Hippie Highway, a 7.5% ABV hazy oat IPA. You don't see that little combination, the oat and the IPA together. I find that quite interesting. It's part of their Propagator series. Apparently, Firestone Walker has a R&D brewery in Venice. If you've ever been to Venice, more specifically Venice Beach, you realize there's still kind of a hippie vibe there, man. So something called Hippie Highway is only appropriate coming out there. Well, before we try this beer from Firestone Walker, let's check out the stats. Well, since we are in the Oktoberfest mood, I thought I'd give you guys a quick update on various Oktoberfest. Unfortunately, the main one that happens every year in Munich and has been around for 200 plus years, unfortunately, it's been canceled for the second straight year because of COVID. I hope this mess ends soon. It's a real bummer deal. I want to make it there one of these days. Unfortunately, the cancellations are not just limited to Germany either. The Oktoberfest in Newport here in the U.S. has been canceled. Now, not directly due to COVID, but due to employee shortages and vendor issues. If our politicians only realize when you blow up the world, there's consequences. Also, I want to tell you business owners, especially people that run bars, restaurants, whatever, might want to be nicer to the employees. Maybe give them a reason to show back up. That being said, if you are still in the mood for an Oktoberfest, though, you can get on a plane and fly to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They have 21 different Oktoberfest-related events scheduled for the next few weeks. So if you're in that mood, you can head to Milwaukee. Those folks up there love a good beer anyway, so it just makes sense. And lastly, if you're, again, looking for a place to go during Oktoberfest, you can still come to Vegas. We're still open for now. Who knows? Now, the casinos themselves, some of the bars and restaurants decided, will do different specials. Maybe they'll have, specials on like Sam Adams, Oktoberfest or whatever. But here in Vegas, if you want to do it upright, you'll have to head to the Hofbrauhaus House, which is just off the strip by the new Virgin Hotel. They've got a whole array of events planned between now and the end of October. One of the cool things they do is on Fridays and Saturday nights during Oktoberfest, they get some kind of local celebrity come in and do a celebrity beer or a keg tapping. It could be, a former MMA fighter or a Cirque du Soleil performer or Carrot Top. You never know. But if you come to Vegas, check out the Hofbrauhaus House for Oktoberfest. That being said, let's drink an Oktoberfest beer. All right. Color-wise, it's kind of classic of a Marzen style beer. Maybe a shade lighter, not a dark copper, just more of a standard copper. Malt forward on the nose. Let's give her a try. Man, that's just a good beer. Damn it. Good malty beer. A little longer finish. These Marzen style beers are, kind of lager, more smoother, beers, a little lighter on the palate. This has a little longer finish than a standard Marzen. Pick up maybe a hint of the oak, but not a lot. Now, for you guys out there that may not know the difference between French oak and traditional, what we use in the U.S. for bourbon barrels is white oak. It's just the size of the grain, and the bigger the grain, the more that liquid gets to come in and out. You get a little more of that. French oak is a little tighter, so you're not going to get as much of that aging quality in the same amount of time. Now, you can tweak it with the amount of charring. That's a different animal, but just wanted to throw that out there. But again, just as far as a nice, well-executed classic Marzen that's drinkable, malty. It's malty, but it's balanced. It's not cloyingly sweet. It's not viscous. Just a good beer to drink outside on a patio, you know, ziggy, zaggy, you know. Firestone Walker's nailed this one. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe down below. Also, please like the video because it lets YouTube know we're putting out good content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or beers that you'd like me to try, please leave them in the comment section, or you can always contact me on the Twitter page. Till next time, bottoms up.